welcome back to Praggers Gaming. I'm Gamer Praggers, and this is a first look at Homestead Arcana. So, what is Homestead Arcana? Homestead Arcana is a farming life sim with a magical fantasy twist. Your main aim, from what I've played so far, is to try and build up a homestead, and farm to help make spells and explore
the world.
Let me just skip that. So what is Homestead Arcana? Homestead Arcana is a fantasy farming life sim with a magical, witchy twist to it. So you have to cultivate and grow plants to help with spells, and in a world where this miasma has taken over, basically. So this is our little farmstead that we've got access to, and from here we build up our base of operations. So we start with a tent, and a workbench and a cauldron.
And there it is, the Dusty's place. You didn't know.
So let's go set up our tent, which is the first thing we'll do. Okay, and then this will be the next thing, the main thing that we have to do is growing our plants. So we have a watering spell,
That should help it grow. Stop channeling.
and then the interesting thing about this game is the channeling. What that I've found is the channeling. So you channel into the plants that you're growing, and there you go. You can see we have some corn. That one's not ready, but we can keep channeling, and we'll get, basically improves the plant to the point where you can harvest more from it. So you can move around the plant. The problem being, if you channel too much,
Beautiful. Of course. Now.
so if you channel too much, will it happen this time? Yeah, so it's now blighted. So that means stuff won't grow until we cure it, which will heal over time, or we can make a potion of liquid sunlight, which we don't have access to right off the bat. Okay. So yeah, crafting is really, really simple. You just, as long as you've got the items on you, from what I've... So I've played about an hour's worth of this to get a feel for it, and the crafting is really simple. As long as you've got the items required in your inventory, from what I could tell, it doesn't take it from chests that from nearby chests. But as you as you build, it takes time to build things and make potions, and the crafting benches that you use to do these show you the time, which I think how long is left on it, which I think is really cool. Little
People are always anywho.
it's just quite handy to let you know how long's left on what you're crafting. Now, one of the other things that we One of the other things that you'll do while trying to survive or make your way in this so that's the first of our spells that we know from a potion, and it allows us to see important items. So we're now going into the miasma, which is one of the other things that you need to do to survive. And if I use the spell, I can see there's a box there, which gives us the blasting powder. Yeah. But as you can see, it is draining our health, which are the red potions up in the top left corner. That's the top. So health is top left corner. Underneath that is your hunger. Down the bottom is mana.
Okay. Are you dizzy? How's your breath?
So we can now go exploring a bit further with the blasting powder. So over here. Okay, and then just over here is the apple tree we're looking for. So if we channel it a couple of times, help it grow a bit more. But we don't want to channel it too much, because there we go.
Oh, a crab apple.
Okay. And then if we go into the inventory, we eat that. But then there's other plants, so like this one. So we can harvest it and then grow another one straight away using the channeling. And it looks like there's collectibles that explain the story as you go exploring. And then back at the homestead, so if we head back to the homestead, here. So you can get posts, so you can get parcels from people, you can send parcels as well.
Yep.
And letters. Now, as you noticed, there was... our health was depleting when we were inside the miasma. And if I just talk to Huckleberry here, he will give us an item that will help us last longer within the miasma. So as we enter the miasma, we now have a mask that gives us up to 4 minutes protection. So we've got to get in and out within 4 minutes. No, it's not ready yet. Interesting. So if we come around here... so there's things. So this is a stash chest, and you'll see the things that we've picked up while we've been in here are tainted by miasma. And what will happen is when we get out, we'll be able to keep those items. But I think if we die while we're in here, or collapse, then the items we found, the miasma items, will return back to where we picked them up from. Now just up here is our granny's auntie, a member of our family, who, yep, and yeah, so I need to do some inventory management. Yeah. There we go. And there's another stash here. Okay, we're almost out of space in our inventory. And how much time have we got left? Can't seem to jump, which I thought was a bit odd. Yeah, okay, so that's not ready. Okay. Can you tell I wasn't paying attention when I played the first time? And there's a crack. Can we do it? So one of the things you'll do ahead of the story is you'll get sent down here. Oh, okay. No, because he hasn't told you what it is. Okay. Yeah, so because... So because we haven't been told what that item is, we can't... we don't have the correct item. But eventually, because because it's really early in the game, I don't mind offering a little spoiler. Ah, look. That plant is now ready for us to tend. Okay, and that gives us a lesser marrow bulb, miasma bulb, which can be used for crafting. But the hour I've played, I've really enjoyed it. I think it's quite a charming little game with enough to make me want to play more. So there's something in the miasma that we need to go and look at, but we need to go further. So, well, let me. Where's Huckleberry? There he is.
You're back. So I didn't.
So yes, we've got the Scar Fertilizer. Which we can do stuff with, and if I show you my inventory, you'll see that the items we picked up are now no longer miasmified. But what we can do now is those plants can now be planted. There we go, and then we can channel those and make them grow. And as you can see, that hasn't grown anything because it's still blighted. So we need metal clusters to make the grill, which will allow us to cook items. Now, just down here, around here. So I'll just show you where you get the metal from, because there's a couple of bushes. That's right, metal grows on the bushes in this game. Oh, that's real world time. I've just realised, when I was playing earlier, I noticed so on the right hand corner, have I passed them? On the top right hand corner, under the little mini map, there is so catnip, okay, so you harvest wood and birch branches, birch bark. We'll get some more here. Ooh. It doesn't appear you can just run off into, but here we are. Here's what I wanted: the metal. But we can then, oh, there's one. Yep, so we can harvest the metal, and I think, so if we just, does it just make it grow, or... Oh. Missed two. Oh, there. So I think you can do it so that as... Is that going to grow a branch? Yes! So you can either speed along the fruit, or and then you'll notice the little things that you're collecting. Will give you will change color. So as you saw with when I was channeling, but I think you can use channeling to increase the number of harvest points that you're able to then gather from, if that makes sense. Which I think is a really cool mechanic. Yeah. One of the things, probably it's only a minor thing, but one of the things that I did find slightly disappointing was when it came to you don't it's not oh oh I don't know how I and then you just revert it and put it back in your stash, but I don't know how you then get rid of it. And you can drop it like that. But oh, and then there's your seller person that appears in the mornings, gets there about 8 o'clock in the morning. But one thing I will show you just before I wrap up this little first taste is involving us going back to the miasma with the scar fertilizer. You can also find silver in here, which is quite cool, and you use silver to help one, make your spells. Yeah, we don't have any blast powder to get through there. But from what I could tell, oh, that stash is gone. Interesting. Oh no, it was down there I needed to go. So you can see that massive scar. Grab the blanket. Yep. See if there's anything else for us to pick up. Doesn't look like there is. But we can now apply the fertilizer. And that grows a tree that would then allow us to get further into the miasma. And we can grab some sulfur, which we can then use to create some blasting powder. Now let's if we come down here. Okay. Ooh, what's that? Ooh. So let's see what happens. We wake up at home.
Oh, thanks, son, you're alive. I was starting to get worried. I'm not all like, of course I can pray. I'm not that religious, but...
Yeah, so I don't have the thing. So I don't have the stuff I picked up, so the sulfur's missing. So we'd have to go back and but it's gone back to where we picked it up from. So right, so I think this game is fantastic. I've really enjoyed what I've played so far, so I will be looking to play more, and depending on your feedback down in the comments, will let me know whether this will get put on the channel. So don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, ticking the bell so you know when new videos go live. In the description is a link to the channel Discord. Feel free to come talk about the games you're playing, the games I'm playing, excuse me, games in general, and I'll catch you in the next one. Also, please let me know down in the comments what you think of this video, what you think of me doing first tastes of games that I feel are right up my alley, such as this, and I'll potentially look at doing more of them. So, thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.